Have you ever looked at someone and thought, "Hold on, there's no way you're 60. Then they smile and casually say, "Oh, I'm turning 70 next month." And you're just standing there like, "Excuse me, 70? Are you counting in dog years?" We've all met that person. They don't look like they're trying too hard. They're not wearing clothes that scream, "I'm 25. They're not using 17 different face creams with names nobody can pronounce, yet somehow they just have this glow. People keep asking them, "What's your secret?" And most of the time they laugh and say, "I don't know." Now, here's the interesting part. Carl Jung believed that what happens inside us doesn't stay inside us. Your mind, your emotions, your habits, even the way you carry yourself, slowly shows up on your face. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone who looked exhausted before they even said one word, or someone who walked into a room smiling, and suddenly the whole room felt lighter? That's not magic. That's the mind quietly introducing itself before the mouth even opens. So today we're talking about 5 hidden reasons some people never seem to look their age. And trust me, number 1 is probably the one nobody expects. So don't disappear halfway through, because your future self might be watching this video thinking, "Please, just stay until the end." And if you've ever shocked someone with your age, or if someone has told you, "You don't look your age," tell us your age in the comments. Let's see who's secretly aging backwards around here. I'll be reading the comments, and I already know somebody's going to write, "I'm 93, and someone else will reply, "Teach me your ways." All right. Let's jump in. Reason number 5. They don't carry. Yesterday, everywhere they go. Let me tell you about someone I once knew. Every single morning, same coffee, same chair, same weather, same breakfast. But somehow, different complaint. Monday, I didn't sleep well. Tuesday, my neighbor closed the car door too loudly. Wednesday, the bread is too soft. Thursday, it's too hard. Friday, life is difficult. Saturday, the TV remote disappeared. Sunday, the remote came back, but now life still isn't fair. You know someone like that? Don't point at them, especially if they're sitting next to you. The funny thing is, some people wake up carrying yesterday's problems like they're carrying 5 heavy shopping bags. They never put them down, and after years, their face starts carrying that weight too. Now compare that to someone else. They have problems too. Bills, stress, bad days, family drama, a phone battery that always dies at 1%. Seriously, why does it always wait until you're almost home? But instead of holding on to everything, they let things go. They laugh, they breathe, they move on. Carl Jung often spoke about the importance of becoming aware of what we carry inside. Because the things we refuse to face, or refuse to release, don't disappear. They quietly shape us. Think of your mind like a backpack. Every time someone annoys you, you throw a brick inside. Every disappointment, another brick. Every old argument, another brick. Eventually, you're walking around wondering, "Why am I so tired?" Well, your backpack weighs as much as a small elephant. No wonder. The people who seem younger often have a surprising habit. They don't pretend life is perfect. They simply refuse to let every little problem rent a room inside their head. One rainy afternoon, an older man was sitting outside a small cafe. It suddenly started pouring. Everyone ran for cover. He just laughed. Someone asked, "Aren't you upset?" He smiled and said, "I can't stop the rain, but I can stop letting it ruin my tea." Simple, funny, but also kind of brilliant. That's how many youthful people think. They don't waste energy fighting things they can't control. Instead, they save that energy for living. Have you noticed little kids? 5 minutes after crying, they're chasing butterflies. Adults, We remember something embarrassing from 2017, and suddenly we're sweating in the shower. Your brain. Remember that awkward thing you said 8 years ago? You. Can we not? Your brain. No. The people who seem younger don't replay every embarrassing moment like it's a movie marathon. They let life keep moving. And here's something interesting. Have you ever laughed so hard your stomach hurt? For those few minutes, didn't everything feel lighter? Exactly. Your body loves laughter. Your face loves laughter. Your friends definitely love it, especially if you're the one telling terrible dad jokes. Speaking of bad jokes, I tried acting my age once. Worst 5 minutes of my life. See, even that joke was terrible, but if it made you smile, mission accomplished. Now here's something for you. What's one small thing you've finally learned to stop worrying about? Maybe it's what people think. Maybe it's wrinkles. Maybe it's making everybody happy. Drop it in the comments. Your answer might help someone else watching, because sometimes strangers on YouTube give better life advice than our own relatives. Don't tell your aunt I said that. Now here's the funny twist. The younger-looking people aren't trying to stay young every second. They're just too busy enjoying life to constantly think about getting older, and that changes everything. But that's only the beginning, because the next reason is something almost nobody notices, yet once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Reason 4. They stay curious like a kid. All right, let's keep going. Have you ever noticed that some people are in their 70s, but they're more excited about life than someone who's 25? They're always asking questions. They're learning something new, trying a new recipe, taking a different road home, watching documentaries one day and funny cat videos the next. Meanwhile, some people act like life ended the moment they turned 40. Every day is the same. Same routine, same complaints, same, I don't do new things anymore. Carl Jung believed that growth never really stops unless we decide it does. The mind loves to explore, and when your mind stays active, your energy often follows. I remember meeting an older woman at a bookstore. She had a stack of books taller than my grocery bill. I asked, "Are these for your grandchildren?" She laughed and said, "Nope, they're all for me." I said, "Wow, you're still studying." She smiled and said, "I'm still alive, aren't I?" That answer stayed with me. People who never seem to look their age usually never stop being curious. They don't know everything, and they're perfectly happy about that. So let me ask you, what's one new thing you've learned this year? Tell me in the comments. Who knows? You might inspire someone else to try something new too. Reason 3. They laugh more than they complain. Now this one is powerful. Think about the funniest person you know. They're probably not walking around counting their wrinkles. They're too busy making everyone laugh. Have you noticed that? Some people can turn the worst day into the funniest story. They spill coffee. Instead of getting angry, they say, "Well, I guess my shirt needed breakfast too." Life happens. You can laugh, or you can let it ruin your whole day. Guess which one makes you feel younger? Exactly. Carl Jung believed we shouldn't hide from life. That includes the messy moments. Sometimes the best stories come from the biggest mistakes. I once waved at someone who was waving. Turns out, they were waving at the person behind me. So there I was, still smiling, pretending I meant to stretch. We've all been there. If you've ever had an awkward moment like that, tell me below. Let's laugh together instead of pretending we're all perfect. Reason 2. They don't try to impress everyone. Here's something interesting. The people who look the most relaxed usually aren't trying to prove anything. They're not chasing everyone's approval. They wear what they like. They say what they mean. They enjoy their own company. And somehow, that confidence makes them glow. Carl Jung spent a lot of time talking about becoming your true self instead of wearing masks just to fit in. Think about it. Pretending to be someone else is exhausting. It's like wearing shoes 2 sizes too small all day. Eventually, you're just tired. But when people finally accept who they are, something changes. Their smile becomes real. Their face relaxes. Their eyes brighten. And people notice. Not because they suddenly became younger, but because they finally became comfortable. So here's today's question. Have you reached the point where you care less about what people think? Type yes if you have. And if you're still working on it, don't worry. You're definitely not alone, because the final reason is the biggest one of all, and it's the hidden habit that quietly separates people who seem to stay youthful from everyone else. Let's get into number 1. Reason 1. They have something to wake up for, all right. We've made it to the number 1 reason, and honestly, this one ties everything together. Have you ever met someone in their 70s or 80s who wakes up excited for the day? Maybe they love gardening. Maybe they dance every Saturday. Maybe they paint. Maybe they volunteer. Maybe they just can't wait to see their grandkids. Whatever it is, they have a reason to get out of bed. Now compare that to someone who says, "There's nothing left for me." That's a heavy sentence. Carl Jung believed that life doesn't stop giving us opportunities to grow. As long as we're alive, there's still something to discover, someone to help, or a new chapter to begin. One morning I saw an older man walking his little dog. The dog was pulling him in every direction. Left, right, back again. I laughed and asked, "Who's walking who?" He smiled and said, "At my age I just follow my best friend." We both laughed. Then he said something I'll never forget. "I don't wake up because I'm old. I wake up because life is still interesting." Wow, that hit me. Maybe staying young isn't about fighting birthdays. Maybe it's about refusing to stop living. The people who seem younger don't spend all day wishing they were 20 again. They're too busy enjoying today. And maybe that's the real secret. Not expensive creams, not magic diets, not pretending time doesn't exist. Just choosing to stay curious, letting go of yesterday, laughing often, being yourself, and waking up with a reason to smile. That's the kind of youth no mirror can measure. So let's quickly go over the 5 hidden reasons. They don't carry yesterday everywhere they go. They stay curious like a kid. They laugh more than they complain. They don't try to impress everyone. And they always have something to wake up for. Which one do you think is the hardest? I'd really love to know. Drop the number in the comments and tell us why. I read your comments all the time, and honestly, some of your stories are even better than mine. And if someone has ever told you, "You don't look your age," don't be shy. Tell us your age in the comments too. Let's surprise each other. If you enjoyed spending this time with me today, do me one small favor before you leave. Take just 1 second to hit the like button. It might seem like a tiny click, but it really helps this video reach more people who need to hear this message. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another conversation. We have so many more interesting topics coming your way, and I'd love to have you here with us every step of the journey. Now, before you go, I want you to think about something. The next time you look in the mirror, don't be so quick to search for another wrinkle, another grey hair, or another little change that time has brought. Instead, ask yourself a different question. Am I still enjoying my life? Because that's the question that really matters. Growing older is something every single one of us will experience. None of us can stop the calendar from moving forward. Birthdays will come whether we're ready or not, but growing cold on the inside, now that's a choice. You can choose to stay curious. You can choose to laugh a little louder. You can choose to forgive instead of carrying old hurts for years. You can choose to try something new, no matter your age. You can choose to smile at a stranger, call an old friend, dance in your kitchen while nobody's watching, or take a walk just to enjoy the sunshine. Those little choices may seem small, but together they create a life that feels light, joyful, and full of energy. Remember, youth isn't just something you see in the mirror. It's something people feel when they're around you. It's in the sparkle in your eyes. It's in the warmth of your smile. It's in your kindness, your laughter, and your willingness to keep learning, growing, and loving life. So don't spend your days trying to look younger. Spend your days living so fully that your joy becomes the first thing people notice. And before we wrap up, I have one last question for you. Which of the 5 reasons do you think has helped you the most in your own life? Was it letting go of the past, staying curious, laughing more, being your true self, or simply waking up every morning with something to look forward to? Share your answer in the comments. I genuinely enjoy reading your stories, and who knows, you might inspire someone from the other side of the world who needs a little hope today. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. Out of all the videos you could have watched, you chose this one, and I truly appreciate that. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Keep your heart young, keep smiling, keep spreading kindness wherever you go, and never stop finding joy in the little moments that make life beautiful. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend.